a lot. Now today, as you'll see, I am in the greenhouse, but not for very long. It's extremely hot in here, so we've decided to put up the green netting to try and keep it slightly shaded from the immediate sun which is coming through the glass. But as you can see, our tomato plants and also the little lettuce that we put in between the tomato plants are doing very, very well, along with the chili plant, which is now getting some flowers on it, as you can see there. So that's brilliant. And the other thing I wanted to show you is right in the corner here, we've got a cucumber plant which has been grown in here. So that's done extremely well in the last week. And I'll show you the comparison to growing the cucumber plant outside. Right, so let me introduce you to cucumber plant number 2. Both cucumber plants were put in at exactly the same time. You've seen the greenhouse one, and this is the one outside. It is starting to produce a centre, so that means it is growing okay. And I have obviously made a little cage for it to grow up. It does need a weed, so that will be my next job. Join me when we've got some very uninvited visitors to the broad bean patch. Let me just show you what has happened over the last week. Because we've got such dry weather, we've got these little blighters who have come into our lives. These are called the Black Army. They can attack any vegetable if you're not careful, particularly beans, broad beans and French beans. So you have to make a decision what you're going to do. And my decision is fairly liquid, diluted in fresh water, and then just go through each plant and give each plant a good blast of it to try and make sure they don't visit again. Raspberry patch that we really trimmed back and caged off this season. I'm pleased to say we've actually had some flowers on the raspberry canes, and now, as you'll see, they start to actually form the raspberries. So with a little bit of luck, we'll get some nice little raspberries later on in the season on this patch. Is the courgette patch. We've got 4 courgettes, and I thought I'd lost probably 3 of them in the frost 3 or 4 weeks ago, but I trimmed off the bottom leaves, took the bad ones off, just pinched them off, and the middle is grown through, and as you can see, all 4 of them are growing at a different pace, but they're looking really healthy now. So hopefully we'll have some lovely courgettes in about a month's time. Last time I showed you, we had some new sweet corn that had arrived as little babies in the greenhouse. They've now gone in, so we've got a patch there which is about 6 weeks old, and we've got a patch here now which is a week old. So we should get some nice sweet corn from them, and they're just yummy straight from the allotment. going through at the moment. The black army also spreads it onto the runner beans here, look. So I've given these a spray as well, and I've just put extra guide ropes along the canes so that as they're growing now, as you can see, they actually have some support and they can grow within the tripod that we've actually given them. But give them a little spray, because those mighty black army will take over if you're not careful. I'll give you a quick example of this. If you look over here, oh, there's someone mowing. If you look over here, on the back of here, you can see there's a massive amount of the black army. So give it a good spray. You join me on the strawberry patch, which is doing lovely. It really is. But it's a bit of a race between me and the little mice who gets to the strawberries first. Because if you look at that one, you can see he's had a good old nibble from that and left the rest for me. So I'm telling you, Mr. Mousey, if you come again, you'll be in serious trouble, because these are our strawberries. Welcome to the new pathway. As you can see, we managed to get some recycled slabs from a friend who no longer needed them, and thanks to Jules and Bob, who I share the allotment with, she's been very busy this week putting in a new pathway with these lovely slabs, and then when we next visit we're going to put path onward down here, so we've got a full path all the way down the middle of the allotment. Spraying the roses. We've got two beautiful rose bushes down here. Unfortunately, because they've been down here so long and they're so well established, I don't know the names of the rose itself. However, as you can see, this one is a beautiful sort of pink rose, and the secret with a good rose bush is A, keep it free of bugs, hence I've been spraying it with my soapy water, and also when you get a dead rose like that and you know it's over and the leaves are dropping, you snap it off and you take the dead leaves away. That encourages more growth in the places it needs on the new buds. These, because they're such a beautiful smell, you can dry them out and use them as pot puree. Correction, not leaves, petals, the rose petals. Beautiful. Hi everybody, in the morning and in the night, yes. Right, this is a beautiful established pink rose which is gorgeous, and as you can see the buds on this are absolutely beautiful. Again, if you find any that are going over and it's the petals are starting to come off, not quite with this one, but this one on our next visit will be ready to get the head off, and then again all the goodness can go to the bush itself. Now with roses, we've had a lot of pictures for roses, and your roses in particular. What we'd like you to do, if you send pictures in of your roses, give us a name so that if people like them, they can go out and get the same rose bushes themselves. So that's a really nice thing to share on our site. So another day is over. Picking up this, all I've got left to say is keep spraying.